Hello, hello, everybody. Oh, let me see. Can you hear me? Oh, I need to move my computer because of that light back there. Oh, goodness. I'm running late as usual, everybody. Hi, Christina. Can you hear me?
Hi. I can hear you.
Okay, good, good. I'm sitting here. I've been sewing, and I've got everything all jumbled.
I'm on my break.
Are you? Oh, goodness.
Yeah. I waited. My break was actually supposed to be at 3:30, but I waited and took my break late.
Good, good.
Just for girl talk.
Yeah. Oh, Michael Ann, I see you're with us too. Hello, hello. Oh,
So
goodness.
did you see my mommy got to go home?
The last I heard, last I seen was she was doing really good and you thought she was going to get to come home.
Yeah,
so she got to come home, did she?
Yeah, I know you're having problems with Discord, but I posted it on Discord and I posted it on my Facebook. But yeah, she got to go home. She got released from the hospital today.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Hello, Tim, Mobang, and Diane Phoenix. Hello, hello.
Hello, Diane.
I am wondering where Miss Yanai is this evening. Oh,
I know they're trying to get ready to go.
Yes, they have got. That's what was keeping me late. Made me running late. Oh, there's a girl.
Live on the road.
Hi.
Hello, beautiful.
Hi, Kenneth.
Jen Reynolds. Hello, welcome. And Kenneth.
Vivi, my mom got to go home today. And happy birthday.
Best birthday present ever.
Yes, I posted it.
Oh, I've lost you.
You dropped me.
I'm sorry, I lost you. There we go. Live on the road. A little complicated.
Oh, there she goes. Full of complications. Oh my gosh.
And she's gone.
Yep, and she's gone. I said, it's going to be a crazy day when you wake up and you go through the house. Luckily, you get dressed first. And there's two guys out in your front yard working. And they've been there for a little while. I'm like, holy mackerel.
That's funny.
I overslept and they were here putting up the fence. And it's like, oh my goodness.
Okay, got this.
There's our birthday girl.
Okay. There's a cop up there. There's a cop up there. Pull me over, it's my birthday. We want a man in a uniform on the ladies' chat.
Are the police coming today, man? Search me.
Oh, Christina, thank you for giving me such wonderful news on my birthday. That is the best present ever.
It's a good day.
I was tickled.
And you tell your mom that's the best present I could have ever asked for.
Oh, that is so awesome.
There you go.
I guess Miss Yanai must have gotten caught under the mobile home, under the RV.
She's stuck in a box somewhere. She's still trying to get it all done for her.
Yeah, that's what I said. We were in there, and hubby's like, "We've got to get these last minute things together." Now we're going the middle of August, right? It's what, August 13th, and that weekend, whatever.
So yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah, in 2 weeks. But we've got to get everything together. I'm like, okay, what do we need? Go, well, we don't have nothing because the tent, you can't stake it down because it's on concrete. So I'm like, okay, we got edging blocks out here. We'll just take edging blocks and tie it to it. Oh, that's not good enough. I'm like, okay, give me your credit card. I'll hit Amazon.
Oh,
And he has to have a rug inside the tent. And you try to find a 10 by 10 rug. You would think it would be easy.
It is
You
easy.
can get a
You
10 by
get it.
12 and just fold the entrance one 2 feet.
You can get a 9 by 12
Okay,
or an
then
8
9
by
by 12.
12. Yeah.
Do you need
And I'm
carpet
like-
on both sides of your head and your feet? I'm just
Well, that's just for the tent. We'll be sleeping in the vehicle. So, it's not, to me, it's not a priority. So what, you might have to sweep up the dust, Woo-hoo. Rumble strips.
Rumble strips, everybody, here it is.
Oh, did they?
He's like, did they hear that?
Sorry, my bad, ladies.
He was trying to
Or is it
multitask
rumble
because
strips
I'm
or
not
he,
his third hand.
Yeah.
My son says when I hit the rumble sticks, the car's farting.
I love that one. I just had to leave some excess gas.
I was just finding the excess gas I was trying to.
Finally, it says 100 kilometers, and we can go on there. 100 kilometers.
What do you mean? I'm going 140.
No, you're not. I would give you crap. You can lose your license with that.
Then you wouldn't want to travel with me.
Oh, God. Do I need a helmet for you, too?
You're my kind
The
of girl.
speed limit's like what, 70? Okay, I never do under 80 unless I see a cop.
Yeah, but
So-
my license plate would stand out from Canada. Bing, bing, bing. If I'm driving your car, it's not going to stand out at all.
But if I'm going to Florida, my West Virginia license plates would stick out if I'm in my car. Or if I'm in Mom, she's got Florida plates.
Oh, sweet.
So, but in
So
the
you
state of
found-
West Virginia, it's cool because her car is the same color and type as the state troopers have. And I got that thin blue lane across the front of it, the sport and the troop, So they see my car coming, they get out of my way. And I'm just zipping right through.
Sweet.
So,
Sweet. Well, great.
oh, goodness.
Great to hear that you are really planning, even with the help
Diamond in the rough.
of Mrs. Amazon, because she's a very important character.
She is. Oh, look what I got from Amazon today. I figured out a thing to do. I have got me a travel guide or travel
Ooh,
thing.
a journal?
And journal, yes. Look at the little travel emblems on
that
it.
is so cool.
And you open it up and it's refillable. It's just blank pages, right? But stickers.
We love
You go on 'em.
stickers.
And I
want
can
them.
have people sign it and stuff.
Sweet.
And that way I can take it with me wherever I go. And I just
I
think it is so
reserved the
cute.
last page.
And look, I got something else.
What you got? What you got?
I got some swag to give away.
Woo, woo, woo.
Okay. It is a miniature travel book.
Aww.
Okay. But it says to do, be happy. Believe in yourself.
Aww.
Choose happy.
That would be mine.
Be bright, bold, be happy, be you.
BV, not BU. BV.
BV, yeah, that's what we could say. And there's like, here you go. My happiness journal.
Wow.
So, yeah, I kind of splurged a little bit. And but I wanted to give something. Do more of what makes you happy.
I agree. I agree.
So, oh, we lost her. There
You
she
lost
is.
Christina, or is it me? Oh, we got two Christinas. I love it.
Yeah.
Woo woo! Double the
It
pleasure.
was me.
Yeah.
It
But I got those
apparently
in.
something and it went wacky.
Oh, good. We're all a little wacky sometimes.
So I could give away now little travel journals.
Oh, I love it.
So,
That's such a good idea. And it's funny you said that because on my holiday, I went to a few little shops and grabbed a little cards of share the happiness. So you and
there
I
you
are
go.
thinking alike.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I
Hi,
see burning up the
Red.
road, Lucretia. Hello, hello. Red-headed Riding Hood. Hello, hello, honey.
Hello.
Hello. Oh my goodness. We're getting up there. Oh my gosh. But anyway, we'll go ahead and get this all started. We're letting everybody come in. But I started to get a bigger travel journal, but I thought this is perfect. It can fit in my purse, it can fit in my glove compartment, and so it can go with me everywhere I go.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So I did. I treated myself. And I've got a few stickers already to go in it. And you might recognize one. Da-da-da-da-da.
Da, 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 da.
Yes,
Mobang?
yes. That's Mobangs. Yep.
Mobang.
So yep. I'm just like getting so excited because this is a new chapter in my life. Rick says that I'm getting obsessed with it, but no, I'm getting excited. And I have actually been working on my quilt pieces and just, I don't know. It's just like this week I had one bad day, just one,
Oh,
but I have been so excited. Tomorrow
you
I
know
have a
what?
doctor's appointment.
That one
So,
bad day, you don't really think of it no more because it's just one.
yep,
It's just like,
that's the
oh,
past. It's gone.
yeah, it's just
Yeah,
one.
it's gone. But you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to pin our link up to get up here. Oh
Oh,
no.
oh, I did. I didn't post it. I'm sorry. You should have told me not to do
It's
that.
like I said, no, I forgot to can do that. And then I should be able to jump over here
I'll
and do
entertain you, beautiful
this.
people.
Yes, entertain for me.
Ah, hello, beautiful people. Let's see who's in the chat. We have Christina. No worries, Christina. We got your back. We have Tim
Yes.
Tam. We have Burning Up the Roads. Wow.
Yes, Lucretia's here.
I was going to say, that's Lucretia and Richard. Oh my gosh.
I know,
Michael
big
Ann,
honors, right?
Diane.
Yes.
We have Red. We have who else am I missing? We have Kenny. Hello, Kenny. We have Jen. Hello, beautiful people that I missed.
Isn't it
Sorry,
awesome? Isn't
reporting
it
from
awesome?
the road.
Yeah.
Wait, let me just show you what I get to see when we drive. Look at those beautiful trees.
Oh my gosh, it looks so good.
Look at that big trailer in front of us way over there. Oh,
So how many more days you on the road for?
just today. We get home tonight.
Oh.
We stopped
Oh.
for dinner, or lunch dinner, as we call it, lupper. So, it was fantastic. Sorry, my impromptu wasn't working. The volume wasn't working for somehow. It just kept not going. So sorry for the part one that didn't work. But that's even funnier because if you try to read my lips, you can't read. If I talk too fast.
Looky
So I was
here.
like, yeah,
We
best
have a
memory ever.
guest. we have a guest, Michaeline. Hi,
Welcome to the shake it off, shake it off
Shake
class.
it.
There's nothing to shake.
Mine is getting so long that it's driving me nuts. Oh my gosh.
She goes,
Oh.
Is
I'd like
she
to
in
do
her
this. I said, go for it.
What's she looking at?
Oh,
My son came in today and he kept this part long and the rest of it shaved. And I'm like, okay, why'd you come see me? Do you have anything I can tie this back in a ponytail? Okay. Yeah.
I'm cutting out. Is it me? Might be me.
It may be
Am I
you.
robotic or is it you? I don't know.
It may be you. Oh.
It looks absolutely gorgeous.
I got to do this one. Hello,
Woo-hoo!
Mrs.
Ms. Mobang.
Oh, oh gosh. Oh,
I'll take that one. Hi, Mrs. Mobang. Finally, nice to meet you. Oh.
oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, Tim, I love you. I love you. I love you. I really do. Okay, guys. First of all, I want to thank everybody that's here. I mean, that is amazing. I love each and every one of you. And getting this time to talk with you is just, it's a big treat for me. That's all day long. I kept thinking, okay, sure, what day is it? Sure, what day it is? You know, I was so afraid of missing it, you know. Oh, burning up the roads, headed to the dock in 5. I understand that. Oh, I've got to go tomorrow. Rick's like, are you still going or should I take the day off? I said, no, I'll go.
Ladies, what do we have to say to Lucretia? You got this.
You got this.
You got it.
Yeah. Yes, Lucretia. You got this, girl. You got it. and she is such an inspiration to me. I mean, the more I get to know about her,
she's awesome.
The more I've seen the struggles she's had to overcome. Oh my gosh. You know, and I think about my little aches and pains and, you know, and all this stuff. And I'm like, you know, she is such an inspiration. She really is. But one thing I do want to ask the women in the chat, and it's something you can think of through the week or whatever, but what topics or what conversations do you think as women we should have? You know, oh, Diane, I forgot I'm the one with the clicker here. My grandson is in ICU with COVID, but he will be okay. Oh my gosh, how old is your grandson?
Oh man, I will send a prayer tonight for you.
Oh, definitely send him prayers.
We don't mess with that C word.
You know, oh, there's Miss Red in my basement.
Hi.
Hello, Miss Red.
Oh, she is.
Sorry I'm late. Just got out of the shower.
Glad you're here.
21 years old. You know, I had always said that I didn't want to take the vaccine shot because I thought, oh, that anyway, just, you know, a little bit of this, you know, whatever it make it, you know, whatever. But I've been running Travis's and Uni's playlist, and I did not know that's how he lost his dad.
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching what they were going through and everything, and I thought, you know what? Maybe I need to rethink this. You know.
You know, Angie, Daryl just posted a video too, Van City Adventure.
It was good.
And you know that Daryl got it. like people like my son had it and he got the vaccine. Daryl had it and he got the vaccine. That says something because I was like, wait, you need to get the vaccine because you had it,
Yeah.
you know? But that's, you know, that says something to me that they
But, you know, because I
got
was
it.
always, you know, the way I was thinking, oh, Renee, fairy dust, hello, hello, welcome.
Yay.
Oh my gosh. You know, my thick skull's thinking, well, you know, even if I get the shot, I still have to wear a mask, you know, just to be on the safe side. You know, I still have to, you know, watch what I do and all that stuff. But I'm going to have to do it either way, you know? And see, Diane said right there, that's what I was afraid of. My daughter had the vaccine and now she has COVID. That's what I'm afraid of. But, you know, so I'm like tossed. I don't know what to do. But if we're out and about and traveling and say I want to go over into Canada or over into Mexico if I'm close, you have to have them.
But yeah, and
You know?
Christina's dad got the vaccine and didn't get the virus as bad. He got the virus, but he didn't get it as bad as her mom, who did not have the vaccine. I mean, you notice that.
Right.
It's like any vaccine. You can still catch whatever
Mhm.
whatever it is you got vaccinated about, but you're gonna have antibodies already, so it's gonna be better ready to fight it. And
Yeah.
you're not gonna get it as bad. I just got my second one today. I'm still gonna wear a mask. I'm still gonna social distance. I'm still gonna sanitize my hands.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. We ended up talking about it because when Christine came up on my live on not this last Monday, but the Monday before. And yeah, so I just put the link below that live for Daryl's little video on getting the vaccine. And somebody actually made a comment about it. And I was like, wait, let me go back and look at that. And I was like, oh, so I also timestamped it to where we were talking about it.
Yeah. Diane said there was a 2 months time frame from the time when her daughter got the shot and then got COVID. So, but see, that's what I'm thinking. Either
My
way,
son
like
wants me to
Tim
get
said,
it.
like Tim says, you can't let your guard down whether you're vaccinated or not. So I just think I'm just thinking though, if it doesn't cause me to get it right away, I would have a better.
Sorry.
Hello, Blue.
What the heck?
Gladys just came home and he's all excited. I can mute.
Thinking that maybe that, you know, if I have the vaccine, then maybe if I do get it, it won't be as bad on me. Does that make sense?
Totally.
And so I'm really starting to, you know, this is a girl that's always been afraid to take the flu shot because every time I would take the flu shot, I'd get the flu, it seemed like, you know.
My
But,
son hates needles, and he's been refused the flu shot for the last probably 5 years. He's going to go get the COVID shot. He said there's no way he's not going to get it. Hasn't booked an appointment yet, but still says he's going to get it.
Yeah. Lucretia asks if it is it the Delta variant. Do these see that? I don't know if they've ever said if this helps with the Delta variants or not.
There's a certain shot that's the best with the Delta variant. Kevin at 30 and a Wake Up said, and I think he said it was the John. You can look it up. You can look it up.
Yeah.
I was talking. I need to research it more because that you want to find one that's the best for that. I don't know, and it's changing. It's changing like all the time. So
Yeah. See, that's what got me thinking. I got to thinking about it, and I thought, well, I've got a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so that would be a good thing to bring up with my doctor.
Yeah, I have a doctor's
and see
appointment
what
next
he
week.
says, and and all of that. So, but anyway, as women, you don't know. Sometimes you don't know how it's going to react, And then if I get sick, which
Well,
I'm
anybody.
lucky because Rick does take good care of me. But usually when women get sick, they still have a house to run. They have a husband to take care of, dinners to cook, kids to take care of, And it's harder. So, you don't have time to be sick sometimes,
You're preaching to the choir here, Angie. You're preaching to the choir. I have 5 kids, so I feel like I finally got up a lot of immunities, and I hardly got sick towards the end. When they were little, I would get what they got, it seems like. And then when I homeschooled them, they got sick less, of course. And then they would always catch stuff. They would catch stuff at church because we still went to church. They would catch stuff at church instead of at school. And then, it would go through all the kids, and then sometimes I'd get it. Sometimes I wouldn't. It seems like when I got older, I guess I got better immunities. And I don't know what the cough is. Maybe it's allergies. But I got a COVID test. It's not COVID.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see that. Lucretia said she's got to run, everybody. Much love to everybody. And but yeah, like Renee says, viruses is always going to be around. There's always going to have, we're always going to be fighting something. So, Lucretia said on here, we had second dose 3 months ago. Don't wear a mask any longer, but sanitize. And we don't hug strangers. Yeah. So I am very comfortable and accept what may come. Or accept come what may. Yeah. Okay, so I'm reading backwards now too. But alrighty, there she's back. You back in the driver's seat, huh?
I saw Tim pop up here.
Out. Did you see? I got so tickled. I was laughing so hard. Oh gosh.
That was funny. We need to have a man do that every week. Go ahead, man. Just pop up here so we can dump you back in the basement.
Okay,
So we can
but
laugh at you for a minute.
my question was, what topics weigh on your mind? What do you all face as a women in today's society? Think about some of that, and send me an email, or any of us an email or something other, and we kind of we can kind of see what we can find about it, and stuff. But in the meantime, okay, sorry, get notification. I'm like, what? In the meantime, ladies, because we do travel a lot, right? That's what we were all about.
Do you travel that much, Michael Ann?
Not right now.
Not right now. Yeah, you guys are pretty much locked down, aren't you?
Yeah, and right now I can't afford it, but I have traveled. I would love to travel again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I plan to travel again.
Yeah, I had to.
It says my rule is keeping 6 feet apart. Wear a mask when there's more than 3 person in a room. The mask is on. Yep. So anyway, If you notice my my little thumbnail, it says the journey within, something like that. Anyway, and that's another thing I want y'all to think of. What? Matter of fact, I don't know what I did with that paper. Because I had several different topics for tonight. And, oh well. Oh, I know what it was. It's on my phone, which is in another room. You know, what makes us as women tick? You know? What?
Plenty.
Chocolate. Chocolate and coffee keep me going.
I'm so sad, y'all. So it seems I have something with my kidneys, and I was talking to a friend last night who knows about your kidneys and chocolate. She said I can't have chocolate. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I just bought chocolate. Oh, and if you like chocolate, these are very good. I put them down here so the roommate will eat them. Because I'm so sad.
Sharon J. Hello, Sharon.
Oh my
Hello.
God, you people with chocolate everywhere.
Oh my
I
gosh.
got some too, Red.
They're so good. Oh my goodness. And I wanted to try them. Well, I tried them, and then my friend and I got the little dove.
Now I keep a jar of Hershey syrup in my refrigerator. And when I want chocolate, I'll get me a tablespoon and eat my chocolate so that I don't overdo it. Have you ever ate Hershey syrup with a spoon? Guaranteed you'll give up before you overeat. Little dieting trick I got in my mind.
Is there more sugar to chocolate? Or what is it?
Well, there has been days it's like
Chocolate covered.
Yeah.
Chocolate covered bag. I would be a mess if I did that. It'd be bad. It'd be bad.
Oh goodness.
The days I get desperate, go into the baking cupboard and handful of chocolate chips.
Oh yeah. Me too. Yeah. Oh, especially with the 5 kids. Yeah. Where's the chocolate? Oh, I have chocolate chips. One time our dog got into them. The family dog got into the chocolate chips, and because they used to make little s'mores in the microwave with the chocolate chips. You know, the marshmallow and the graham cracker, and put it in the microwave. But the dog got a hold of the chocolate chips, and I was like, oh my goodness. Paula's here. Hi, Paula.
Hello, Miss Paula.
Hi, Paula.
Oh, you know what? I dropped that link,
Say
but
hi
I did
to
not
Diane.
pin
Hi,
it.
Diane.
That's what I was going to say. Diane says right here, chocolate has too much phosphorus for the kidneys to handle.
Yes, that's what Lisa. I was talking to Lisa.
That's correct.
Artscape.
I'm going to drop this again, so hopefully I can remember to try and pin it. Well, no, I'm just going to drop it again. Van Vita, Miss Paula, I would love for you to come up in our chat if you got a minute or two, because this topic I've got today let me just go ahead and so that I don't have, if anybody shows up in my basement I don't want to talk to, I just leave them in the basement and give them a broom. I come up with, I was thinking of something. Just Teresa, hello.
Hi,
Hello,
Teresa.
girl. I got to thinking, you know, I'm getting ready to go camping next week, right? Red, you'll be going back out on the road here soon.
When I go to Branson.
Yeah. V is on the road.
I'm on the road.
Yeah. And, you and I and Travis are getting ready to hit the road. That's
Yeah.
just right off the top of my head. And Van Vita, oh, she said she looks like crap. She's been doing the ceilings in the ambo. I'd like to see a day that girl looks like crap,
Yeah,
okay?
really.
On her worst days, she could beat me on my best days.
Same.
But, okay, I was always, when I grew up, it was nothing for my dad to call from work and tell my mom, hey, when I get off work this evening, be ready and, we'll take off and go to the cabin for the weekend. Okay, so mom had 2 kids she had to pack up. Of course, going to the cabin, we had to have our sheets packed up, clothes, food, of course, his fishing stuff. Now, you can't leave without the man's fishing equipment. We'd set
That's
that out by the
correct.
door, and he would go get his favorite tackle box. So that was the only thing he was really worried about is his his fishing stuff. And it's the same thing if we did go camping with the tent or even in the RV. Mom was the one, and of course, as we got older, she's like, pack your clothes, and we're like, we don't even know what we're going to do. How do you pack,
I was
So,
the youngest of 7, Angie.
Oh,
And so
God.
my mom would, I got to a point where she would have me pack, but then she would check it. She was like, let me see and look what you packed. So,
growing up, I saw mom doing all this, right? So maybe that's why I put everything off to the last minute, and that's what Rick's calling about. Because she was always, we got the last minute warning,
Yeah.
But I never really thought of what do we really need to do to prepare for a trip?
I know this
You
one.
got,
Because like I said, I'm the youngest of 7, and we used to go camping every summer. And we'd go to Yosemite, or sometimes we went to Carpinteria, the beach in California. And we had a tent trailer that you pulled behind, and they had a Chevy van. And my mom would put all the food, in the van. Because my mom was a great planner, 7 kids. And, they'd pack everything up. And I remember like the last thing they would do too is like check if the blinkers worked, like on the trailer.
Yeah.
And yeah, I have fond memories of all that, and I think that's why I got an RV.
yeah, see, that's where I'm going. What are, can you change a flat tire? Do you know where your jack is? Do you know where your spare tire is?
I do.
And
I have
because as
them.
women,
It's underneath my rig, chained up there.
do you know how to get it loose?
Well, that's a different story.
No, I have two
I will
services. I have
admit, up
2
until
roadside services.
recently, I did not know how to get that tire because my dad's truck is like that. And I will admit, I did not know how to get that thing down until
Oh, I
recently.
lost you.
You lost me? Oh, I think we lost her now.
Yep.
But, so this is things that we need to think of because, I've got roadside services too. But sometimes, what if you're out there and you don't have cell phone service? What if, So my dad was in some respects, it was good because he said, if you can drive it, you need to know how to take care of it. So, checking the fluids, checking the oil, changing a flat, stuff like that. He said, you got to be able to know what to do, but not the ambulance. See, Velvet, I can change a flat tire on my car, but not the ambulance. So, see, now before you really hit the road, wouldn't you think it'd be a good idea to learn how to fix that flat, Because I'll tell you what, me and a friend of mine, her name was Jennifer, we was going to Huntington once, and we went over a railroad track, and I got a flat tire. Now, granted, it was on a car small enough I could pick it up and hold it while she changed it. I mean, but, we sit there, we pull off side of the road, watching everybody go by us, and then it starts pouring. Of course, it does it in the rain, okay? And so it was actually the first flat I'd had on that car. So, of course, you're learning where everything's at. And when we got done, we looked, and there was two guys sitting in a truck behind us. Do you think anybody stopped to help us? Or those guys would say, hey, do you need some help? No, not one person would do it. So, it's like sometimes you can't rely on the goodness of strangers. Sometimes we are our only resource, So, I got a little question thing here. You can answer, you can not answer. It don't matter to me. Same thing for people in chat. If you think you know some of the answers, then throw them out there. But it is 10 car maintenance tips before taking a road trip. Do you know some of the maintenances that you should be doing when you get ready to take Buddha? Destiny, namaste. Hello. I'm sorry I didn't see you come in. Yes. Okay. And I'm not saying that, we have to do it all ourselves. We can take it into a shop and say, I need this, and this done, And some of them, it's better if you do it, But always watch. I am the world's worst. Well, Dad was a mechanic, so I was the world's worst to, really? Look who's in my basement. Should I let her up or just give her a broom?
Today it's been a crazy day for me. So
I bet.
sorry I didn't make it on time. I overslept this morning. First and foremost, I overslept. I was supposed to get up at 8, and it was 11, and I was in bed. And then I have to go and do. I went to Sam's, then Walmart with my daughter, get a lot of stuff for her because she's staying behind, right? And then I come home and I'm dealing with my clothes, and I'm in a panic mode right now. Let me see if I can show you my bed.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Travis is panicking. He said, you have to downsize more. You have to downsize more. I'm like, what? How more you want me to downsize my clothes right now? So, yeah. And I was like, here. And for some reason, the phone went off. And I'm like, what time is it? Oh, my God.
Well, we'll forgive you because you are preparing for a big journey.
Oh, my goodness. Yes.
But look at our little Van Vita over here. She says, check your oil, check the tire pressures, check your coolant fluids.
I can do all that.
Make sure the spare tire isn't flat and that you actually have a jack. Exactly. And Buddha has, check your engine light at a discount auto part. It's free. You buy the parts commercial. If you have a friend own a mechanic shop, you can buy the parts if the labor is cheaper. See, there you go. Now, here is some things that we might not think of. test your battery. Check, have you, and that's why I said take it to a shop and say, hey, can you check this battery? Sometimes AutoZone or places like that will actually come out and do it for you.
Napa, O'Reilly.
O'Reilly's, yeah. Because there's nothing worse than getting out there and getting, a dead battery. And a lot of times, my husband, he can't quite figure this one out either. Cold weather puts a bigger pull on your batteries. So, especially in the wintertime, check that battery out.
Get your alternator checked too. I was in the middle of the mountains and mine died on my van.
Oh, yes. It's like all of a sudden the power is just like, oh.
Yeah. Luckily there was a spot to pull off. No cell service.
Yeah. There you go, Maybe get those vacuum seal bags for your clothes. You suck the air out of it and it makes it smaller.
I already got the kids' stuff in vacuum seals. But it's my stuff. Like, I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, Travis is outside and I came in to have a moment alone with my clothes. I'm like, I have to have a moment alone with my clothes because I don't know what to do. And I'm in panic mode.
Yeah. You'll be like that until you actually pull out and you'll be, no, about 30 minutes after, because the first thing you'll think, okay, did I remember this? Did I remember that? Did I remember that? And then you'll be so far away from the house, it's like, well, if I forgot it, it's gone now.
Don't panic. It'll be okay.
Yeah.
And then, I came from Walmart. Here it goes, how everything started. I came from Walmart, and Travis said, oh, you have to go and check your daughter's clothes because she can't take everything from there. I'm like, I already checked and downsized whatever she got, Like, I'm the type of person that I really like to run a last-minute washer cycle and get everything, like, really clean, right? And I was like, she's already done whatever she has to, And Travis said, but you have to get out more stuff from her stuff. I'm like, and then she was like, Mommy, he wants me to take more clothes out of this. I don't
know. Men think you can turn your clothes inside outwards and get another day's wear out of them, Okay.
And then I have to pack. Remember, we got 4 kids, extra 4 kids at home that we're gonna drop off at Kentucky. So, I have to pack. Well, they packed, but I have to make sure everything was in, like, whatever they took is already going back home. So yeah, that's.
Oh, goodness, girl. Oh, gosh. Okay. Yeah, Julie says there will be laundromats.
Yeah, I like to, especially the bedding. I have to get into bedding and smell the the smell from the
fabric softener.
And I was like, I have to run this last minute thing. I have to.
Troll alert.
Yeah. Kenneth. Wait, let me go over there. I can do it. Okay.
Now see, when I went over to that side, they weren't even, I didn't
They're
even
gone.
get that far.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Whoever got them. Thank you. Thank you, mods. You rock.
I'm in my iPad.
Kenneth got most of them.
Now see that, are they still showing in StreamYard? I mean,
yeah.
Why are they still showing
Doing
in
it again.
StreamYard? Can we do something about that?
Kenneth already
Thank you, Kenneth.
Yeah,
Thank you, Kenneth.
platinum. Ooh, girls, we've made it. We have trolls. We must have made the big time. Okay, number 9. Pack an emergency kit.
Always.
Always pack your emergency kit. You
Especially
should have an emergency kit in
Holy
your
crap.
car at all times. Who's holy crapping? Oh my God, there is another one. Oh, oh.
what is happening with those
Now see, when I tell it to block them, okay, it says an error occurred. Try refreshing the page. I can't refresh the page. I'm on a stream. What are they talking about? Oh, wait.
Under
Oh,
news.
We appreciate you, Kenneth. Thank you.
yes, yes, yes.
Awesome.
Okay, Van Vita, you have the power, girl. Ooh,
I'm not a
power.
mod either.
You're not?
No, I'm not.
Oh,
Not yet. I was just looking to check. I
sorry.
was like, am I a mod?
I don't think so. We are
oh,
mother more at all either.
oh. Well, we'll just have to. Ken says, I'm here on Troll Patrol. I love it. I love it. Well, girls, y'all make a comment and I will add you, as your mods too. Okay, but it says here, you should have an emergency kit in your car at all times. However, it is especially important to be equipped with an emergency kit when you're going on a long trip. The further away from home you are, the more important the emergency kit becomes.
Yes.
And you want to use like a well-recommended road cross, emergency kits, and that includes a flashlight, waterproof matches, a whistle, antiseptic wipes, band-aids, tweezers, iodine, duct tape, candles. I don't know what candles would be for, but I guess for lighting.
Electricity goes out. Hi, Marshall.
A candle
And
can
a
warm up your car,
multifunctional.
Yep.
Angie. A candle
Yeah.
can warm up your car.
Okay.
A candle can warm up your car during winter.
That is true. That is true. Thank you for that. Yes.
It doesn't keep it you learn.
And also, one quick, while she's mentioned that, if you are broke down, Slow Lane Living with Paula and Randy. Hello, hello. Hello. Oh, I'm so honored.
Hello.
All these people are popping in. One thing that I want to throw in here real quick. If you are broke down and you have to run your car and say there's a big snow on or something like that, make sure that your tailpipe is free of any type of debris or anything. And if you can, leave your window cracked. So you want ventilation. And what I always like cracked it on both sides. You get like a cross ventilation, I'm sorry. That's just me. Bad thing about it is, if you ask me, half the stuff is probably in my car, but half of it probably don't work either. I know my batteries are out on my flashlight, An SOS sign and road flares.
Angie, the solution to your flashlight is to get a crank flashlight.
I've been looking at that.
During winter, you warm yourself up and you get the flashlight going.
Yeah, and I was also looking at that and the emergency radio,
Yes.
you know. So I've been looking at that too. Okay, number 8 on the list. The oil change. Make sure you get your oil changed and your filters, which I think somebody had mentioned that one, Miss Paula, and then top off all the fluids. Yes.
Yes.
Ensure that your air conditioner works. If
Oh,
you
yes.
are headed into a warm place, trust me, oh my gosh. Me and my husband went to Florida. Me and my husband and my son went to Florida in the middle of August, okay?
Oh, God.
We are coming back from the beach in St. Augustine, and it's like 10:30 at night.
Wow.
And we break down. What happens? You guessed it. Well, no. We broke down before. But first we got down there, the air conditioner goes out. Okay? So that's, we had 2 breakdowns that trip. But we're down there in a vehicle that's black.
Wow.
And it's over 100 degrees outside. And we have no air conditioner.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, my gosh. It was horrible. Luckily, some friends of ours had a repair shop. And my lovely parents called them, said, here's my credit card number. Get that air conditioning fixed for them kids. So they did, which thank gosh. But it would come out, it wasn't as much, so we did get to, we took care of it. Which is probably a good thing, because within that same week, we were coming back from St. Augustine, and the serpentine belt goes out.
Oh,
That's
no.
what it's called. Yes, it's the main belt in the back of the engine that runs everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
It runs the AC. I think that's our belt that went out. So we lost our
It
belt
runs
in the Mojave Desert
everything.
with 4 little kids. It was 114 degrees. We made it to
Oh, my
Arizona and got it fixed there. 1997, I think. 95, maybe. I don't know. It was a while ago.
When this belt went, your car didn't move. We had no power.
Our
We had
car
no
would still
steering,
drive, but the air didn't work.
nothing. No, mine wouldn't even start. Really, it just. And here it is. It's like 10:30 at night. Well, St. Augustine in the area is a tourist town, right? There's nothing open at that time of the night.
Oh.
So we had to call our friends that have the station, because all of my family that lived down there was actually in Ohio visiting family.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah. And, of course, the one uncle I did have down there called and said, well, I don't know. You might have to call a tow truck. I broke down on the side of the road. It's not like I got a phone book in my lap, And so I had to call my friends from the shop, and they sent a tow truck out there to get us, haul us all the way back to the house, which they dropped my car off. And actually, the tow truck driver, he lived near us, so he actually took us home, dropped us off, And it's like, oh my word, So definitely want to get your belts checked too.
Yeah.
There's a message for V in the chat.
Who's in the chat?
Marshall says, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, V.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Oh, and I see Travis is sneaking in there.
Travis is
Is that you?
me.
Oh, okay.
Well, we say hello to
he was
Bob.
trying to. Yeah.
Travis is in the RV. I'm like, I run away from him.
Okay. And then again, check your tires. When we were in our RV, my dad always made it a joke with us, made it a game. But every time we would stop, whether it was for the restroom or for gas, he would always tease, because I always thought I'm going to grow up to be a truck driver, And so he bought me one of those. He bought me one of those little baseball bats, Well, he had one that they used for fishing, to knock the fish over the head and whatever. So of course, I'm out there, you see the truckers going by, they're taking this big stick and they're thumping them tires. So Dad gave me that little baseball bat and taught me how to go around and make sure that they bounced, And so every time we stopped, I get my little baseball bat and go around that RV.
Oh my God! When Travis and me came from Florida to here to Houston, my kids were riding with him. I was in my truck, and I was always in front of him because I cannot understand people like I cannot stand behind a truck. I have to be in front. I want to see. I like to see everything in front of me, and I was like, "Why he's slowing down?" And he goes, I think we blow a tire. I'm like, oh no, too tired.
Oh no.
When they came to take the first one, they Travis saw the other one that was on at the same time.
Yeah. So here's one. Get your entertainment together. How many times have we been driving down the road and say, oh man, I wish I'd brought that CD with me?
I only can get my radio, my music going on because the kids pass out. My kids, like 5 minutes into the riding, and they are like, I'm like, for real? You're supposed to be watching out of the window, That's the whole point of road trips. 5 minutes out of the right out of the house, they are all knocked out.
Slow Lane, thank you all for stopping in. You're welcome anytime. Hope to see you again soon. But nowadays, people think about, oh, well, I've got my cell phone, But, with kids, traveling with kids or something other, DVDs, whatever, But anyway.
We'd have DVDs. You know what we did? This was crazy. And my dad was like, that was so unsafe. So we had a little TV, like one of those little TVs, right? My ex made a board that it went on, and my boys played video games on the cross country trip. So he made these things on that held it on the board. He put these little things on it that were like kind of like hooks, and so it was funny. It was the same van chassis, Savannah, Chevy Savannah, that my RV is on. It's the chassis my RV is on, and we had it was blue, but it kind of looked purple. So it was a blue van, and so it was between the driver's seat and the passenger seat, and so my boys sat in the two seats behind the passenger seat in the other seat, and they could also watch videos. It also played VHS tapes because this was 90. Wait, that might have been 2004. We went in 2004 too. But so they played video games. But they were too spoiled. I mean, you gotta, have them look at the scenery and stuff. I don't know. Listen to music.
Yeah.
We had games. We took school books one year. But I don't really think they got. Huh? What did you say? I'm sorry.
They doesn't want to watch the roads,
Yeah, they don't want to look out the window
during the night because I like to see the views and the different stuff coming along the way.
Mm-hmm.
People put down everything, and they put down everything, and they get knocked out really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, see, with my son, when I was traveling with him, like you said, they're bad for that. They're like this the whole time. And so I would give him a list of things to look for. And for everything on the list, he'd get maybe 50 cents, you know, or whatever. So by the time we'd make the trip, he might have $5, $10 or something, you know. So he would want to be looking for this. So he would put his phone down and he's looking, you know. Oh, you know, and I would make some of them like really, he would have to look at signs, you know, and, you know, find me a dinosaur. Where are you going to find a dinosaur? Watch the signs. You never know.
Gas station, Sinclair gas station.
You know, see?
Smart.
And so it was always a good way, you know, and it kept conversation going with us too, you know, but it kept him engaged, you know, and that's because, like I said, the journey, the trip is the biggest part of the journey, you know.
Right.
That is what, it's so exciting. So, you know, so we would make little games. I mean, I know we all played like the alphabet game, the license plate game, and, you know, and stuff like that. So, you know, we would do the I Spies. And so, but with him, you know, that was another little game I made up. And so then, when, of course, whenever we got to, usually it's when we go to Florida, we get down there, you know, he had his own spending money. He thought he was Big Pete, you know. So, you know. But hey, you know, mama's got to do what mama's got to do, right?
Right.
That's correct.
And here's one that actually I never really thought about. Check and clean your headlights.
Yes.
You know, I never really thought about it. And replace any of the bulbs that would you need to. And also, like I said, my dad always took care of his things, so I never really thought much of it. But, you know, the light bulbs come in these little packages. They're not very big. Throw a couple in your glove compartment.
Yep.
Learn how to pop them in and out, you know. I mean, there's some things that we can do ourselves. But then again, you know, like my dad, he would been known to take, you know, an alternator with him. He's been known to take, I mean, you know, he was a big mechanic. So, yeah, especially in the RV. And if he thought we were going to break down, he'd take anything he could take with him. Now, here is one that I want to kind of switch up because it says the GPS. Okay, everybody's got Google Maps and all of that stuff. But what if you're out of signal? What if you're in the backwoods somewhere and you don't get GPS signal on your phone? Do you know how to read a map? An actual paper map.
Yep.
See?
But Angie,
You know?
you need it laminated so it doesn't get wet.
A good road atlas, and I have seen them in truck stops.
Yeah.
They are actually laminated.
Mhm.
Yes, they really are. And which I don't know if mine's right.
Expensive, but worth every penny.
Y'all are just giving me more stuff to do. Darn it.
I had a road atlas and I photocopied the pages of where we were going. And then I got those plastic sleeves and put them in there. And I put them in order. So I was like, okay, come to the end of this road. It's okay on the next page.
When the GPSs first came out, we had one, and I had one that I got rid of. I had one that was in my car that I sold when I got up here, because I don't use a GPS anymore. But I didn't like them, and we used to always print up the maps. We would get directions to where we were going on the computer and print up the maps, you know, off the computer. And I was a big planner before, like when we drove across the country. Like one time we drove across the country and we went, my ex insisted we went to Chicago. Chicago is not on the way. You know, for anybody from Georgia to California, Chicago is not on the way. But anyways, he insisted we had to go see his family too. So it was a big, long trip. I don't recommend this. My kids were 10 months,
Oh God.
4, 8, and 11. Ridiculous. But anyways, we went to Chicago first, and I had the whole thing planned out. And thankfully, we pretty much stayed with the plan. We were a few days in Chicago, and we went the northern route. And so we went to Colorado. I'm trying to think. We even visited, like, this is how crazy I was. We visited Focus on the Family, I think. Colorado Springs. And this is why I don't remember Garden of the Gods. I just recently went back to Garden of the Gods, and I'm like, I don't remember this at all. I was like, was I here before? Really? It's because the kids were all like, I was without a brain. No, I was just like, and then like that thing, we would never go on vacation. This is what we would do. We would do that, and then I would be like exhausted. We'd get home, and we never went on vacation. This is not a vacation when you're traveling across country with 4 kids to see family who are, you know, they might be a little bit dysfunctional. You know, something might happen when you're there. You never know what will happen. When you have family like my family or my ex, we used to be like, my family is more dysfunctional than your family. It was really a toss up. They were both pretty dysfunctional. But anyways, yeah, it was educational, not relaxing. What's the word for it? I don't know. We had some fun.
It was an experience.
It was an
You were
experience.
changing scenery.
What?
You were only changing scenery. That's all you were
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
Just changing the scenery. Yeah.
Thought a lot of things.
All right. Last on this list is, and I will tell, this is one I will say, take it and have your brakes checked. Because that is the one thing that's between you and life and death. You know?
Right.
Get your brakes checked, you know?
I have a story about that too. You know what? My mom's brakes went out when I was in the car with her when I was little, and I'll never forget. You know how like you remember certain things, and of course that stuck in my mind because it scared my mom half to death. She was getting off the highway, you know, and it was coming down the hill, and her brakes weren't working, and so she had to like pull. I don't know how she did it. She took her foot off the gas, obviously, but the brakes weren't working, and we had to get out of the car, and we weren't too far from home. We had to walk home. I think actually we walked somewhere, and she was able to use, that was payphone back when they used payphones. You don't have a cell phone. And yeah, I remember that. And I was only like, I must have been 6 or 7 or something like that.
Now, see, when I was learning to drive and everything, Dad would teach me that, because we had like a little vehicle, it was a front wheel drive, you know, and all that. And he would say, okay, hold your lever for your emergency brake. Okay, so say you've got the lever, a lot of them are hand levers. Push the button in and hold it in, and you can work it like a hand brake because it's running off the back brakes. You know what I'm saying? And so even with the ones in the floorboard, hold the handle out, and you can pump that brake, and that will slow you down some, you know. Well, I'm like, okay, that's all good. And the vehicle I got now, it doesn't have a brake release on it.
What?
To set the brake, you have to push it. To release the brake, you step on it again.
Yeah, my Chevy Malibu was like that.
So I'm like, okay, what do I do now? Oh, well.
Question. Did you take it for a test drive first?
Did I take this one for a test drive?
Yeah.
No, actually, I did not.
See? Test drive 101. Very important.
Yeah, but I did notice this. It is, which they're all getting to be like this. You've got the drive, and then you've got what used to be, like 1 and 2 low, but it goes into the manual transmission to where you can then drop it down and work it like it was a manual transmission, which, I grew up driving a clutch. So I
love those.
Yes. I could go 2 years on a set of brakes because I always geared down. When I come up to something, I was always gearing down. I didn't wait and slam on the brakes at the last minute and stuff. My dad's like, oh my God, girl. Now my brother, he's always changing the brakes on his vehicle, But that's another thing, if you are in a manual transmission, you can gear down by, and slow your vehicle down.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's just some little tips. But what would you put in your toolbox? You're getting ready to go on the road. What are some of the things that you would put in your toolbox?
I took all the tools I had in my house and put them in a bag I had and just took them. Because I didn't have like an exhaustive amount of, so like I have a hammer, which Tim used the hammer to fix my my steps that I messed up in the Alabama Hills. Tim, he's like, do you have a hammer? And I'm like, yes, I do. I have a hammer. And he fixed my steps at Aussie Falls that I messed up in the Alabama Hills. So yeah, it's not like an exhaustive thing, but yeah, I have tools.
Well, Travis
I printed off. Go ahead.
The big, how you call it? I don't know how to say it in English. It's like sound like all
the ratchet set.
The ratchet set.
Yeah,
I gave my ratchet set away.
He got all kind. He's super handy, So he's taking a lot of tools. Like actually, right now he's putting back all the tools in that box because we're putting it on one of the bins.
I have jumper cable.
Ooh, we got our girl stepping up again. Look at her. Yep. A tow rope and battery cables. Yep.
Tow rope.
That's one thing that I do make sure is in my vehicle at all times.
You don't have a tow rope.
We have the foldable cones, reflective cones. And I also have a reflective shirt. Because if I have to change a tire, you got to see me.
I never thought of that.
I'm just not doing it, y'all. I'm about
for the state.
I have two roadside services. One with my insurance, one with I think it's one of those groups I joined has roadside assistance. I don't know if it's, I think it's at escapees or east. I have it with my insurance and I also have it with escapees, I think. Which is something I'm going to go turn my grill on because I'm going to grill some burgers.
That sounds good. I've been
how long are we going?
A burger with hot pepper cheese.
Oh shoot! I don't have hot pepper cheese.
To about 8 o'clock.
Okay, but I'll just.
I printed this off, but some of these they are like totally whacked out. Thinking, yeah, like I'm going to take a ramps and a floor jack. Where am I going to pack that? No. But you want to make sure you've got pliers and wire cutters. You know, the socket sets, like she was talking about, a wrench set. And it don't have to be a big set.
No.
Especially if you get those that are adjustable.
Yep.
You can have like one or two. And same things with the screwdrivers. My favorite is the multi-functional screwdrivers that have the different tips in them. And you just pick the tips that you need in it. A torque wrench.
Yes.
I'm like, a torque wrench? I don't know. I looked up torque wrench, and they, in the future. Okay. I'm thinking of. Yeah, I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of the wrench to take your
The adjustable one.
the oil filter out. It's got like the strap on it.
Oh.
Which is also good in the house to open jars. That's what my mom uses to open jars with.
I'm a tester of press and seal that works on windows that are broken. Just me. Can withstand winds of 80 kilometers, so that works for us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a friend of mine's window was jammed down, and we could not, for the lives of us, all four of us who disassembled the whole door, could not bring it up because the mechanism had cracked. So we're like, okay, well, we got to do something. Black garbage bag or press and seal? Press and seal was the win.
Good idea.
Well,
Last 3 weeks on her cover.
leave it to
No,
Tim.
your redneck win, but it works.
Oh, look at Tim. Bring a boy toy. It's essential. Straps. Sounds kinky.
Only Tim, only Tim.
But also, it tells you I do keep, which nowadays most people have them. They're like the rubber gloves in their cars.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the gloves and grease remover.
Yes.
Which a lot of times hand sanitizers will work pretty good too. An
And you know
oil
what?
funnel.
We had to change. We had to change that little. You put the grease around the wheel on the RV, and I had me and my husband bought this thick beach blanket that water doesn't come through. He goes, "What is this for?" I said, "It's dual purpose. If we have a flat tire and it's raining, I'll stay dry. Second of all, I could go to the beach." And he's like, "Whatever, just buy it." And when we had to change that tire, guess what? That wet grass didn't get us wet. And the guy who helped us, he's like, "Wow, where'd you get this?" And I was like, "Costco." And he
There
goes,
you
"I
go.
love it." And it was like, just perfect enough for two guys, to put their knees, underneath the tire. So it was a good investment of, $15.
Yeah. Well, see, that's what we always took, like a yoga mat.
Oh,
Yeah. Something like that. And because things like that you don't think of, but a yoga mat could also, like you talked about your towel, it can lay flat. So it doesn't take up a lot of room. And then again, stuff like that, you can set like a cooler on it in case it leaks or something,
You can use it as a reflectance.
Yeah. But a funnel, an oil funnel. Has anybody ever been out and need a funnel and not have one? Them little boogers can get expensive. And a lot of times, I'll tell you, to go on the cheap end of things, if you are ever out at a place and where they have the little water and they have the little funnel cups, snatch you a couple of them, put them in your car.
Yes. It won't go bad.
It works. It works, right?
Exactly.
So I mean, hey, I like doing things on a budget. Yep, 3 funnels. That's what Dad would always buy the pack, and there were like 3 of them because there were different sizes, Here's a good must-have. The end-all to fix-all zip ties.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, every
I-
shape, sizes.
I have a story about that. Look, so you all know that Travis dad died. We had to go to Kentucky. Work. He got a little apartment, so we have to help Travis' brother to take everything out of that apartment. So we already have a plan, the whole trip and everything, the date and everything. But the weather decided to change, and actually was from when we got the frost here in Texas, and we are like, okay, so we have to go, we have to go, we have to go. When and partial of the roads here in our route, it was so I have that type of road. It was so close that we were like 5 miles per hour. But my truck was like at some point we have to stop. How we was have to go to the back so bad, and we have to stop. So when we stop in the gas station and we like we need a little bit of fuel, and probably pop up the hood, and I don't know how to say it in English, but the fuel was coming out. And I was like, Travis was like, oh no. But thank God we got zip ties in my truck. He wrapped up the piece with the zip tie. And he still have the zip tie because we find out that day that we have a screw that hold that piece in place. It was broke. The last time that piece, apparently they broke the screw, and they didn't say nothing. We find out that day because of the road that the piece came loose and all the fuel started coming out of that piece. Like, oh no. We got zip tied it, we made it to Kentucky, we made it back to Texas, and my truck still running with the zip ties there.
Right now, my recliner underneath, the springs, how they're like, okay, the springs, the wire just broke. I got zip ties in there holding it together. It works.
It works.
It works.
Hey,
The zip ties
saves
were
me a
holding
couple.
my awning onto my rig until I just got it fixed just now, since I was in
Yeah.
Oregon. Since I hit that stupid trash can. Hey, Ron. Welcome. 91 Adventures. Hey, Rhonda. I'm glad you got your book. I saw that in a chat. I hope you enjoy it.
I was watching
Mobank says he knows a chick in Oregon has all of that in her van. Miss Gina. Yep.
Yeah.
I was watching one of Chrome's videos. He said make sure you have metal zip ties. So if anything lets go on the exhaust system that you can, because the plastic ones would melt. So metal zip ties are handy.
Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't even know they made
I did
those.
not know they had made them. Yep.
He said they did.
So I watched his. Yeah. I went and
I
checked.
have plastic ones now, since Meant to Be RVing fixed mine with those.
I always have them around the house, but I need to get metal ones.
You got my
I'm
meat
one of
on the
those
grill.
if I can find cheap, if I find a place I can get zip ties or bungees, I'm always picking them up,
Oh, I bungeed when I messed up my bumper. So my first day out in my RV, well, it was the second day actually, after my first night in my RV in Kansas on my way to Denver, I clipped my bumper and bent it, and I went in there. I went back in the gas station and got a bungee and bungeed it, and then in California I got it fixed.
I mean, we have to do what we have to do to keep going.
That's
Yeah,
correct.
that's what I did. I was like, I can't let this, because I was so discouraged. And when I showed my son, because that was the thing with my ex is getting in trouble with that. Like, what did you do? It's like, I like Lucy and Ricky, I guess. I'm sorry. But he was a lot meaner than Ricky, but he was mean. So I kind of was like, when I showed my son, I was like, oh, look what I did. He's like, it's okay, Mom. It adds character. I was like,
But
oh, I'm
one
so glad you're
more.
not like your dad.
Oh, I'm sorry. A fire extinguisher. A couple
I
more
have a
things
fire
here. A fire
extinguisher.
extinguisher.
Yeah, there's one.
And
Same with my RV. Pretty cool.
yeah. But even in a car, or like me and my SUV, Tim and his van, we need to make sure we have a fire extinguisher in there with us. Also, pack your extra water. I don't drink water that much, but I will carry a few bottles of water in my car, because one, if you break down, you need something to drink. You get stranded. But
Yeah.
two, your radiator. If you start getting low on if that you can always, and of course everybody knows, do not take the radiator cap off while it's hot, right?
And that's correct.
Make sure
We
you
all
have
know
rags
that, right?
too.
But, there was paper towels or rags. I like to carry paper towels, because a lot of times when you stop and get a burger, they forget to give you napkins.
Oh, I have a collection.
I'm laughing at what Tim called me, a kleptomaniac. I clip things. It's what I do. It's one of my talents.
It means it works for you. It works.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see 91 Adventures. Hello. And then also, I think, let me see. I think this is my last one. Toilet paper. Who carries toilet paper in their car? Now, I know in the RVs you've got them.
I should carry it in my car too. I don't have a car. Wait a second. I don't have a car. I sold my car. I forgot about that.
I am one of those that, yes, I have a roll in my car. I have a roll in my side-by-side. I have a roll in my four-wheeler.
Thank you.
Because you never know when you got to run to the side of the road and find you a big tree.
Yes.
I always had Kleenex.
If you're
But
stuck
that was
in-
all toilet paper.
Yeah.
I always have Kleenex in my purse.
I don't have a purse, so I don't do it.
What?
I don't like purses, so
Are you kidding me?
I tried big time time ago to get into that, and I don't do purses and I don't do heels.
No, I don't do heels. I'm 5'9". I don't need those things. Yeah, my purse, like, we went up for my daughter's wedding in 2016, and we went Pennsylvania, and we went into New York City. It was cold. It was out right after Christmas. So I had an extra jacket, which my daughter didn't anticipate how cold it would be, so she did that. And they were always going, Mom, because I had the hand sanitizer. I had Mom, do you have a tissue? Mom, yes, I do. I have my purse. Safety pins. I have a little thing in that, and I still have pads. I don't need them anymore, but I have 3 daughters, so I have everything.
But you know what? Those are really good if you need something absorbent, if you spill something or whatever. But also, I carry them in my first aid kit.
Good for cuts like that.
Yes.
Yep.
They are sanitary. Just put them in a Ziploc.
Yep, that's what I do. I mean, people think it's crazy, but but it works.
I have
Well,
everything in the kitchen sink in my purse.
Did I ever tell you the funny story about how a pad can pick up fast? My husband and I had dropped off our vehicle, like his vehicle, to get fixed at the mechanic. He lent us this truck just for the day. Mechanic's truck has zilch in it, nothing, right? Big old truck, dirty as hell. So I was like, and a friend of mine was sick. She's like, can you just bring me a Tim Hortons? We're like, sure. Grab the coffee. My husband takes the curve too fast. Well, Tim Hortons cup goes all over. And I just opened my purse, put the pad, and it was gone. And my husband's like, what? Where did the coffee go? But,
And what did you wipe that? What did you wipe that up with? Wait, what is that?
And he was like, no wonder
Girl
you
power.
women don't complain. Because he was like, I've never seen that in my life.
They're very.
Like,
Oh, I can top that one.
The mechanic never knew that we dropped coffee.
You know what? When I start my relationship with Travis started questioning me why I have so many in the car. I got daughters and me, we need an emergency.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't carry a purse too, you want to have extras everywhere.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
exactly. Hey, Naj. I think I'm gonna go check on my burgers. I think I better go check on my burgers.
But yeah, when I had that major surgery and stuff done, to buy those gauze all the time got expensive. Yeah. So we would just take the sanitary napkins and, use that. And I was actually, after the surgery, I filled up with fluids. You would have thought I was 10 months pregnant. I couldn't move. I was miserable. And we went to the doctors, and it was my gynecologist, actually, I went to see. And he's like, well, I'm going to, take the needle, pull some of that fluid out, see what it is. Yeah, right. As soon as he touched me with that needle, it was like, oh, faithful. I mean, it was horrible. So my husband, what's he do? He grabs his little bag that we carried with us, started grabbing out those pads and putting them on there. And, it'd get full. He'd get another one. And the doctor's like, you know what? I would have never thought of that. So he has his nurse go order some to have there in the office. He said, I never dreamed of them being that absorbent and stuff. I'm like, yeah.
Gynecologist.
Overnight one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say,
I know, right?
I could go around the arm and all.
Yeah. But anyway, so that is some things, too, that you can think of to put in a vehicle. If you spring a leak in a vehicle somewhere,
I was at Walmart today, right? And I was getting my stuff for me and my daughter. And of course, we have to have pads, we're gonna have 3 girls in the RV. And she was like, Mommy, how many pads are you gonna take? Like yours pads and my pads. And then people start looking at it, and Mommy, they are looking at us. Well, we got several girls, so hello.
Yeah.
They're just jealous.
One last thing I want to touch on to keep in your vehicle. And yes, this is one that I do have in my vehicle, in my side-by-side, and in my four-wheeler. It is a tire repair kit. Do y'all know what a tire repair kit is?
Yep. I've done it.
You pull up
Stuff that you patch the tires with, right?
right?
That you can patch them until you get to the tire store.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got like a key thing in it, and it's rough, and you clean out the hole, and then it's got the little, I call them the little rubber worms.
That you
and then you push them through, You
But
know,
One of my
so and that's
one of my burgers I went to flip it and it went down. And I've never had this happen in all my years of grilling. I guess I'm gonna get that one. I'm all done, and it's
Well
gonna be done. Yeah. I was like, what do I
yeah.
do? I'm like, I'm not
Cremated.
gonna get that right now.
Oh,
I'm
yes. Thank you, Mobang, for dropping that link for Dream on Wheels.
Okay,
Speaking of
you.
which, you and I, do
Yes.
you know where you all are at on your hours?
Yeah, we are right now. We have 3,000. We missing 1,000 more hours.
Sweet.
Okay.
Sweet.
Because I've been running your playlists and stuff. So, yeah. Now, I want to ask the girls on the panel and even anybody in chat and even the guys, what else can you think of that we should carry in our vehicles when we travel? Because I'm talking about, if I'm traveling alone, like Red, she travels alone, what are some of the tips that you would tell us?
This is my favorite tool. This is my favorite tool.
It looks like that.
What is that? What is
It's
that?
the best. It's a multi-use. There is a flashlight on it in the front.
Okay.
I still haven't pulled the battery. This thing is if you ever hurt yourself and you need to get out of the car. Let me show you. Let me.
Bye,
Hey,
Marshall.
Bye.
Marshall.
you see this little hook on your car? You use this, and then it has. So when you're coming out of the car, it's like a handle to pull yourself out or up or down. Because if you've hurt your leg or something, and then the tip is a glass breaker. So, and it's also it's a protection because you can have like a good grip on it. So it's like multi-use.
There you go. I
It's
bought
always
all of our
decided to
guys
do
for Christmas. You might have seen them advertised around Christmas time. It looked like a big snowflake. It looked like a big metal snowflake. It's about that big. And it's actually different size wrench. I mean, for like screw heads. And the tips of it were different size, or like screwdrivers tips on it and stuff. And it was on a keychain, so that would give them something to work with, and,
as an emergency.
Yeah, in case of emergency stuff like that.
I want to get some of the AWP emergency tools for breaking the glass to get out for my guys for Christmas. And I would keep nothing with chocolate, but some kind of granola bar or something like that. Because if you get stuck somewhere and your blood sugar is low, to have something like that you can snack on it.
Yes.
Thanks, Tim. Thanks for sharing my link. I'm gonna
But
go.
like Tim said
I think my food's already
earlier, done. Okay, hon, that's fine. But like Tim said up here earlier, there it is. I think it says, yeah, he carries a gallon of coolant and a gallon of the engine oil in his vehicle when he travels. That was something else Dad always did, and windshield washer fluid.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Because those are, especially windshield washer fluid, when you're out traveling, you are going to go through it. There's a good idea. What about a taser or pepper spray?
Good idea.
How do you protect yourself when you're on the road?
How you call that thing that you use for changing the tires?
The yes, the T thing.
Tire wrench.
The tire wrench.
I got always one in the side of my door. So yeah, it's like, and at the beginning when I started my relationship with Travis, it was like, why you got that? I was like, I'm running alone, somebody get out of in my side, he's done. Like for real, he's gonna be done. Boom, and that's it. He's knocked out.
Yeah.
I got always one in the side of, in my the driver's seat. Somebody wants to pull in for my window. Done. It's done.
Yep. The lug wrenches. Yep.
Thank you, Paula. Tire iron. Thank you.
Yep. Mobang says he carries a machete to chop wood and other unwanted things. That's a good idea. Me personally, I guarantee if you see me traveling, I am not 2 feet. Well, I'm about 3 feet away, because that's about 3 feet from a air assault weapon. You know, I mean, it's not like I carry everywhere I go, but especially if I'm on the road, I make sure that's there. But I like the machete idea because, you know, if you're out camping and stuff, you need that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like Red made dinner, didn't she?
Yes.
Yeah. And but yeah, because we have to think about, because if we think about it in the beginning, then you can actually enjoy your trip. That is the main thing. And I'm a person, I have to make a list when we're going camping, because now honestly, like we're going over here to the lake with, you know, and it's like 15 minutes from the house. I have not a small refrigerator, but an apartment size refrigerator.
Wow.
Not a dorm size, an apartment size.
Wow.
That we take with us. So
I have to do a list too. Like I start with the week before. What I have to do the week before. And then I downsize to the 3 days before, and what I have to do the day before, and what I kind of, and I always forget something. So it doesn't matter how much I do the list and how stick to the list, I always forget something.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why when I make a list,
go.
I always ask Steve, read the list. Did I miss something? Because he has a just different thinking than I do. So like that.
Last time we went camping, right? And I got prepared the menu because we were camping 2 nights. And I got the menus, blah blah blah, and everything was fine. I got everything in the truck, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I feel superwoman." We stopped to get gas, and suddenly I'm like, I feel like I'm missing something, and I was missing the ground beef for the hamburgers and the hot dog, and I was like, "Oh no!" And we have to stop, but because my main thing when we go to these road trips, I don't want to stop. If I stop the day before at Walmart, I just want to head out and, you know, get to the place and enjoy the day. But I was like, I'm missing something. Ground beef.
I put that on my list.
Main thing.
Don't forget to take this out of the freezer.
Yeah.
Well, see, where we're going, just over to the lake over here, I can take it out of my freezer, put it in the freezer we're taking, and, you know, just transport it over that way. But now, like when we go to Mayberry and stuff, I can't do that.
Okay.
And that's what we're you know, working on now is, do we get which we got one of those big insulated type coolers, you know, that's supposed to be good to keep everything for like 7 days and stuff like that. But it's like, no, I don't want to carry a little freezer, carry a little refrigerator. Honey, I had, you know, the little like 3 feet freezers. I got one for like $50 from somebody. The pop-up, we'd take that with us, and it would fit underneath the beds. You know, so yeah, I literally had a refrigerator and freezer set outside my pop-up camper. So,
seriously.
yeah. And And I don't want to do that now, you know. I want to trim it down to the basics. But,
Well,
but see, Rick worked every day. Well, he would camp for a week, and then he would go to work the second week. So when he would come home, he wanted a dinner, and I'm like, psh. So my second trip, I pre-cooked.
For camping,
Yeah.
I have to have a blender. I have to have a blender. I don't care about my blender because I can do my margaritas, my piña coladas. The kids love the piña coladas, so that's a major thing to go for them. And I'm like, right now, I'm like, I have it there waiting for put my blender in the RV, put my Ninja because my Ninja have the air fryer. I can do rice, I can bake, I can do everything in the Ninja. So those two things I have to have in the RV.
I know when we go camping with the cooler, I was getting like the 1 liter bottles of water, take a little bit out and then freeze it. They would last longer than ice cubes in the cooler. And then as it thaws, then you got cold water to drink too.
One thing that I learned
that's what I do.
One thing that I learned about coolers, you know those metal shelves you buy to put in your cupboards to raise, say, the plates or the cups? Mm-hmm. I put that in the bottom of my cooler. So the ice is all on the bottom. I put that so then the air can circulate.
Nice.
Good idea.
So, my food doesn't sit in water just in case, because you're just never going to know. Mm-hmm. Even if you've put your meat in 3 Ziplocs, it still can leak. Trust me. That's an awful smell after 24 hours in the sun.
Yeah. See, that is a good little tip there. Right? I would do something similar to that, but I can see that. Just go buy one of those little things to put in there and just, yeah.
And Michael Ann has a point with the water bottles. We also do with the big, huge margarine containers. You have 2 weeks. So every day you freeze a layer and you freeze a layer. And then you put it in the deep freeze. And after a week, that thing is a rock. Ooh, what do we got?
I'm cutting tomatoes for my burgers.
Oh, that's a big old mater. But too, I'll make like a Country Town lemonade. I'll make up my lemonade, and I'll save my pop bottles, and I'll put them in pop bottles, and then I'll freeze that too. Same thing with like flavored waters or even the iced tea. Anything like that, I'll take it and I'll freeze it and use that also in my cooler. Because like I said, especially when it's hot, if you take one out to drink, it ain't going to be long. It's going to thaw out, and that way everything in your cooler has a purpose.
Yes.
Even we usually make a batch of chili, and I'll make it ahead and freeze it and put it in. That way it'll be like the last day, but it's also kept things cold while it's thawing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have an interesting road trip because this is gonna be my first RV experience. So let's see what's gonna happen with. Maybe Travis is gonna. But I'm up to learn a lot, and I'm listening to you all about talking about all this, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited to because even if you all share your tips and everything, it comes with maybe I'm seeing stuff and learning stuff another way, and it's so excited, exciting that
I'm out. We have a Ford Man's put in here, got a very special prayer request from Tim Time and RVing with G. Everyone, please pray. Please keep our RVing with G in your thoughts and prayer because he was diagnosed with the big C disease.
Yeah, Georgie.
Oh, the big C.
I think he was going in the hospital too. That's what I heard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Not
not.
the Cova, but the big C, right?
I'm on the phone.
Wow.
There we are.
The COVID.
Now Tim says he has learned things that he can use for multiple uses. Less caps to bring or forget. Plastic bags are your friends. Organize smaller items in the same bin.
Yep.
Save lots of headache and time looking. See, I have learned like those little plastic bins that I use. Oh gosh, usually all over these shelves, but I don't know where they're at now.
They're already packed.
Oh yeah, I do. They're in my pantry. It's got all of my seasoning packets in and stuff. But if they're in there, I will look and find them quicker. If they're in a plastic bag shoved away somewhere, I get tired of looking, and then I just give up, or I'll go buy more. You know. So that's just me, but
Another tip that I love to do is I pre-cut my vegetables, like my cucumber. Cut them in 4 lengthwise, put them in a glass jar with water. They will last, just like celery, just like carrots, just like, you know. So, and then glass
really?
jar
They'll stay fresh that way?
Yeah, cucumbers 3 days. So
Good idea.
and I was like, and then the glass jar keeps it cold. So, as because, cooler kind of temperature fluctuates a bit, but that glass jar keeps it extra cold. It's extra weight, but,
Now, see, I learned too that.
How you all do with the meat?
With the meat, we freeze our meat. Like, say I know I'm going to have steaks, I season everything, individually freeze them in the freezer, then stack them. Then
you put it in a Ziploc bag.
Yeah, but I freeze them flat first, then I stack them frozen.
Okay.
So like that, they thaw out slower.
Okay.
My favorite item ever is my vacuum seal.
See, I don't have one of those. I would use those.
But for the vacuum seal for the meats for the kitchen.
Yes.
Okay.
Sweet.
Yeah, I mean, I use that for everything. We will go shopping, and y'all have like Costco. We have like Sam's, okay? And I'll buy a big package of meat, and then I separate that in 4 pieces. That way, I cook me 2, Rick 2, or if somebody else comes over or whatever. There's 4, so I separate it. And I, like I said, then I put it in my freezer bags, seal them up, date them, and put them in my freezer.
That's gonna be one of the things that I have to look into, because I'm not sure. It's just not me, Travis. I'm gonna have three kids with me. And here at the house, I used to go to Sam's and get everything big. Ground beef, wings, and everything, and put it in my freezer. And I got 2. I got the freezer from my fridge, and I got an outside freezer. So I was like, that's a huge adjustment for me, because I just buy the thing and put it in the freezer. So I have to learn how to put everything on the Ziploc. I get pork chops from Sam's, I get wings, and I got ground beef. So that's one of the things that I have to adjust now that we're going to go in the road with the kitchen stuff.
I've done that for the last little while when I get big packs and then put them in individual bags to freeze them, because I hate taking out a 5-pack of chicken breast when I only need 2 or 3. So that way I take out just what I need.
Yeah, see, that's what we do. And I will also pre-make a meal sometimes. Like I'll go ahead and do my pork chops or whatever. And then because they're in that they're in that
Still in the
freezer bag.
Uh-huh.
I take it and I take my big crock pot with me, and I'll put my meats in there, my corn that is. I have no clue what my husband just went outside and got. Looks like he's carrying sleeping bags.
Oh,
He's
I don't know.
prepping. He's prepping.
yeah.
Yeah, he knows that I do. I get those out, but they're supposed to be upstairs though.
Did he wash
They're
them?
supposed to be in the attic. But that's what I do. I wash everything up, but they're supposed to be up in the attic. But I will take like my corn on the cob or corn, whatever. And I freeze everything in those bags. Green beans. See, I didn't can a lot this year. I put them all in, or the last couple of years. I put everything in my Ziploc, my freezer bags. So then I take my big crock pot, put water in there, and I put my meats and my vegetables all in there. Let it heat up. I go off during the day, do what I want to do. When I come back, it's already heated. It's thawed out and warmed up, and dinner's ready to go.
Nice.
Speaking of Tim, he had an Instapot at Alsea Falls, and he did Renee Deuce-Rider and I went over there and helped him cut up the tomato and stuff because he made chicken tacos, and he has a video. He has a video on it. I think if he put it out yet, I think he did. So he put all the chicken in the Instapot, and we made us all tacos on Taco Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like those containers that you just buy at the store, and there's a bunch of them. And so when both my sons were at the University of Georgia, I would go see them every month, and I would take them to eat. But I would also cook food beforehand, and especially like in the summer, I would put it in the freezer. So I would make them like something that they both like chicken fettuccine Alfredo or chicken parmesan, chicken. I made a lot of things with chicken, chili, sometimes pot roast, and I would put it in the containers. Sometimes I'd put it in the freezer though, and I would bring them meals, and I would also freeze my red velvet cupcakes. I freeze those too, and like Morbang was talking about, when he goes to M21, he's gonna have his egg rolls frozen, already cooked. So like he cooked his egg rolls at Alsea Falls for us, and they were really good too. But I would take this food to my sons so they would have food for the following week or whatever. Usually take them like 4. I would take them.
Well, I would even take like baked beans, put them in plastic container, freeze them so they're solid. Then I take them out of that, put them in the the freezer bags, and do that too.
Then they're just ready to go. I got this whole book when I didn't really do it, but it was called. It was like a homeschooling mom, and it's called Dinners in the Freezer. And she would do the whole meal so that she would have to do the whole meals for the month. So she would just be able to take things out of the freezer and just heat it up.
While I'm thinking about it, if one of my mods can go over, we went over our time again. Sorry, I'm a gabber, but Forever Best Friend I think is on.
Yeah.
So if one of my mods could pick that up and drop that link, we can go over and give her a raid. After I go grab me a piece of chicken, I ain't had dinner yet.
I'm gonna go eat my food.
It's the car.
Yeah.
So I love
it.
And Steve, I have been on to Rick about not being on screen. He will eventually be up here. But yeah, guys, we're going to go. If you get a chance, jump over and see, go over and visit Forever Best Friend and show her some love. Yes. I am going to go grab me something to eat and see what my husband's into. But I love you guys, and be thinking, drop me an email, whatever, and we'll share it with the girls. Red, you're hosting next week, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. And we'll talk about, whatever topics women face today,
Yay.
whether it be on the road, in the house, or whatever.
Yeah,
We
I'm
just
gonna be on
chit-chat.
the road.
Yes.
That's it.
Bye.
We'll
Love
check in
y'all.
to see how she's doing. Love you guys.
Bye.
Talk to
Bye.
y'all later.
Bye.
Happy birthday, Bambi.
Bye. Yes, happy birthday, V. Love you,
Thank you,
girl.
beautiful people. Be happy,
All
people.
right. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.